Hello friends, now we'll see some more questions in this lecture of the congruency itself. So here is the very first question that is I am taking from uh, page number 404, example number 7. Okay, so question says in the given figure, in the given figure, if Rs is equal to Qt, if Rs is equal to Qt and Qs equal to RT and Qs is equal to RT, then okay, this is MCQ, but here we'll say then prove that PQ equal to PR, then prove that PQ is equal to PR. Okay, so diagram is given. Okay, something like this is diagram given. It is Q R S T P. Okay, so here you have to prove this PQ equal to PQ equal to PR. So if as I have to prove PQ equal to PR, I will take these two triangles, this PQ and PR. So also it is given this RS. Okay, this RS is equal to QT. Okay, this RS is equal to QT and QS. This QS is equal to RT. Okay, these two quantities are given equal. So think for a while, then I will give it solution. Okay, so see, if I take triangle RSQ, so I can say it's one side is equal to this side. Okay, so let us start. Given what we have given in figure, in the figure we have Rs equal to Qt. Okay, Qs equal to RT. Qs is equal to RT, and we have to prove PQ equal to PR. Okay, we have to prove PQ equal to PR. Now suppose if I take this triangle RSQ, okay, I'm drawing it separately, this triangle RS, okay, RSQ, this triangle RSQ and RTQ and triangle RTQ, RTQ. Okay, so here it is given Rs is equal to Qt. Also it is given RT is equal to QS. So these two are given directly, and RQ we can get by common side. So these triangles we can say congruent, but still if we say these two triangles congruent, it is not containing PQ and PR, isn't it? It is neither this nor this triangle contains side PQ or PR. So now as the triangles will be congruent, I can say this angle R will be equal to this angle Q. Now see, if I remove this for a while and I remove this, I'm saying this angle R is equal to angle Q. Now side opposite to this angle R is QP and side opposite to this angle Q is PR. So when I say these two triangles are congruent and angle R equal to angle Q, and then I come to this triangle RQP to say as two angles are equal, so opposite sides will be equal. So it is little bit I won't say complicated, but yes, it is little bit different. So let us start. Okay, so proof in triangle RSQ, in triangle RSQ and triangle RSQ and triangle QRT and triangle QRT, RS equal to QT, RS equal to QT. Okay, RSQ and RQT. So R is equal to QT, QS is equal to RT, okay, and RQ is equal to RQ, common. These two given and this is common. So hence I can say triangle RSQ is congruent to triangle QTR, isn't it? These two triangles will be congruent by side, SSS. So therefore I can say angle SRQ, therefore angle SRQ is equal to angle TQR, therefore I can say, now I can write angle SRQ as angle PRQ, therefore angle PRQ is equal to, I can write angle PQR, okay, because I'm talking about the angle, not the arm. So SRQ can be written as PRQ and TQR can be written as PQR. Before that, here I should write CPCT. Okay, therefore I can say PQ is equal to PR, and here I have to write the reason. Reason is in a triangle, and here you can write one thing more, you can add one thing. In a triangle here, you can name the triangle PQR, in a triangle sides opposite to equal angles are equal, hence proof. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question, that is again from the same page number 404, example number 8. See, example 8 says there is a point inside a equilateral four-sided figure. Now when say equilateral four-sided figure, they are not saying it's a square or it's a rhombus, it's just equilateral four-sided figure. So example number 8, a point O is taken taken inside an equilateral four-sided figure, inside an equilateral four-sided figure CD that ABCD such that its distance from angular points D and B angular points D and B are equal show that AO and OC are in one and same straight line, are in one and same straight line. Okay, so let us see how to solve this. Okay, a four-sided figure is given, equilateral four-sided figure. So, but obvious it will look something like rhombus only. Okay, so here it is given. This is the equilateral four-sided figure ABCD. Now, there is a point O taken inside such that its distance from D and B is equal. That means it is given that DO is equal to this BO. Okay, here you can see DO and BO are not equal, so I have to take points such a way that these two lengths must be equal, DO and BO. Now I'll join AO and OC. Now I have to prove these AOC are in the same straight line. Now to prove that AOC are the same straight line, it is sufficient to prove that if I say this angle 1 and 2, so if I prove 1 plus 2 equal to 180 degree, I can say AOC are in the same straight line. So given in quadrilateral ABCD, we have AB equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. O is inside ABCD or quadrilateral ABCD such that OD equal to OB, such that OD is equal to OB. What we have to prove, AOC is a straight line. AOC is a straight line. Okay, that we have to prove. So think for a while, I will give it solution. Okay, let us see this is angle 1, let it be for a while, this is angle 3 and angle 4. So let's see how to solve. First of all, see, I can say these two triangles congruent because these two triangles actually AD equal to AB, given this AO, this point, if I say O, okay, this AO common and OD equal to C, so I can say angle 1 equal to angle 4 by CPCT. Similarly, I can say angle 2 equal to angle 3. So let us see how to solve this. Proof in triangle AOD and triangle AOD and triangle AOB and triangle AOB, I can write AD is equal to AB, that is given. Okay, then O is equal to AO. Why? That is common. And OD is equal to OB. OD is equal to OB, that is again given. Therefore, I will say triangle AOD. Therefore, triangle AOD is congruent to triangle AOB by side. Therefore, I will say angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Angle 1 is equal to angle 4. Let us be first one, reason CPCT. Okay. Now, see, similarly, I will say angle 2 equal to angle 3. Now, okay, better to take over there. Now, in triangle, now, in triangle DOC, in triangle DOC and triangle BOC and triangle BOC. Okay, DC equal to BC, it is given. Why DC equal to BC? Because it is given that ABCD is a equilateral four-sided figure, so all sides will be equal. So DC equal to BC, it is given. Then CO is equal to CO, OC is equal to OC, common. Okay, that is given, that is common. And one thing more, that OD is equal to OC. Sorry, not OC equal to OC, yes, OC common. Then OD is equal to OB. OD is equal to OB, that is again given, because it is given D and B are at the equal distance from the O. So here I can say, therefore triangle DOC is congruent to triangle BOC. Again the reason is by SSS. Therefore I can say angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Let it be 2 by CPCT. Okay, now this is almost done. Now I can say 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equal to 180. Okay, now angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 180. Therefore, now what I will do, 1 I will take as it is, 2 I will take as it is. At the place of 3 I do right angle 2, and at the place of 4 I do right angle 1. Here you have to write reason. Okay, so here I can write twice of angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180. Therefore angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to not 180, it should be 360. Sum of angles around a point is 360. I wrote 180 by mistake, here it should be 360. Okay, so here it should be equal to 360. Here it should be 360. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 180, and hence I can say as 1 plus 2 is 180, therefore I can say AOC is a straight line. Hence AOC is a straight line. Okay, hence true. Okay, over here you have to write a reason. What reason? That I took angle 3 equal to 2 and angle 4 equal to 1. So 3 equal to 2 from second and 1 equal to 4 from 1, that you have to write over there. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question is from page number 405, example number 10. Okay, page number 405, example number 10. Okay, two sides, question is two sides AB and BC, AB and BC, and median AM of one triangle and median AM of triangle ABC are respectively equal to sides PQ and QR and median PN of triangle PQR show that or prove that triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN, triangle ABC, and triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Okay, two sides. Okay, here diagram is given, but if even though diagram is not given, we can do it by our own. Two sides AB and BC of triangle ABC. Okay, so we have two triangles. One is triangle ABC. Okay, another one is triangle PQR. Okay, this is given triangle AB, triangle PQR, triangle PQR and triangle AB. Okay, in this it is given AB is AB BC. Okay, so it should be something like this: AB and BC are equal to PQ and QR. So here it should be P and here it should be Q. Okay, AB is AB and BC, PQ and QR, and median AM. Okay, let me see the diagram. And median AM. Okay, AB and BC or AB and AC. Okay, and median AM, no problem. And median AM is equal to median PN, and median PN, okay, of triangle PQR are equal. It means it is given AB is equal to PQ, AC not AC, BC is equal to this side, BC is equal to QR. Okay, BC is equal to QR and AM equal to PN. So we have to prove triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN. Okay, so think for a while, then I will give you its solution. See, it is not that much difficult, only the question looks like little bit difficult. See, if we talk about these two triangles ABM and ABM and PQN. So AB equal to PQ given directly. AM is PN is given directly. Now it is given BC is equal to QR. So their half will be equal. So BC, half of BC is BM because AM median. So half of BC is BM. Similarly, half of QR is QN. So these are also equal. So triangles, these two smaller triangles are congruent by side, side, side. Now when we say the triangles are congruent by CPCT, I will say B equal to Q by CPCT. Now for triangle ABC and PQR, AB equal to PQ given, BC equal to QR given, B equal to Q proved above. So triangles are congruent. It's not that much difficult. So let us see what is given in triangle ABC and triangle PQR. It is given AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR. Okay. AM is median, AM is median of triangle ABC, that is AM is median of triangle ABC, that is I can say half of BC, that is BC is equal to twice of BM. PN is median of triangle PQR, PN is median of triangle PQR, that is QR is equal to twice of QN. Also it is given AM is equal to PN. These medians are equal, that is given. To prove, okay, we can write directly. First, triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN, and second I can write triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Okay, now we will see their proof one by one. It's not that much difficult, as I told you. So here I can write, first of all, okay, first need to say B equal to QN, so I will start with BC equal to QR. So proof BC is equal to QR, that is given. Therefore twice of BC is equal to twice of QR, and twice of BC is, sorry, or I can say BC is twice of BM and QR is twice of QN. Therefore BM is equal to QN. That actually I need, so I will take this as first. Okay, now in triangle ABM and triangle PQ and triangle PQN. Okay, here first of all I can write AB is equal to PQ, that is given. Then AM is equal to PN, that is again given. And finally I can write BM is equal to QN from first. So therefore triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN, okay, by side congruency criteria, isn't it? I took BC equal to QR, which is given. Now BC equal to twice of BM, that is given. Here if you want to write, actually you should write over here. Okay, here you should write reason BC equal to twice of BM and QR is equal to QR is equal to twice of QN, both are given. Okay, these two quantities are given to you. So 2 and 2 cancel, so BM equal to QN. Now we came to this triangle, and over there I use this, so from 1. So triangles are congruent, so I can say angle B, or better to write in symbols, angle 1 is equal to angle 2, that is by CP CT. Let it be equation number 2. Okay, now I'll come to the, okay, here I can also say, actually this is the hence proof, this I proved the first one. Now in triangle ABC, now in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, okay, here again I have AB is equal to PQ, which is given. Okay, after AB equal to PQ, I can say angle 1 equal to angle 2. Now where are angle 1 and 2? This is actually angle 1. Okay, when I say these two triangles congruent, I took 1 equal to 2 as well. So 1 equal to 2, here I can write from second. Okay, third side, that is BC equal to QR, that is again given directly. BC equal to QR, that is given. So here I can say, therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by side angle side, by side angle side. So hence proved, second one. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. That is from page number 405 itself, example number 11. Okay, question is, in if PQRS is a square, if PQRS is a square, M midpoint of PQ, M is the midpoint of PQ, and SM perpendicular to LN, and SM perpendicular to LN meets QR at N. At N, PS produced at L. PS at L. Prove that, okay, PS produced at L, SM perpendicular LN PS produced at L. Okay, here actually it should be SP produced at L. SM perpendicular L N. Okay, so prove that now in first one PL equal to NQ, PL is equal to NQ, and the second one is SN is equal to PQ plus NQ, PQ plus NQ, that you have to prove. Okay, here diagram is not given in the question actually. So PQRS is a square. I think there is something mistake over here, so let us see, and if there is correction I will tell you. PQRS is a square. Okay, this PQRS is a square. PQRS is a square. M is midpoint of PQ. M is midpoint of PQ. SM perpendicular LN. Now where is L, where is N? Nothing is given. SM perpendicular LN meets QR at N. QR at N. That means there must be a point N over here in such a way, in this way. There must point N. Now this over here anywhere L will be there. SM perpendicular LN. Okay, SM perpendicular LN meets QR at N. SP produced at L. This should be L. So here actually SP produced L, or here it should be written that L is on SP produced, something like this. Okay, now we have to prove this PL is equal to NQ as well as this SN. This SN is equal to PQ plus NQ. So let us start. What we have given first of all, PQRS is a square. That is the first thing that we have given. It means all sides are equal. Then next is given M is midpoint of PQ. M is midpoint of PQ. So it is given PM is equal to MQ. Okay. Now further it is given SM perpendicular LN. SM perpendicular LN, that is, I can say angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to 90 degree. Here I am saying this is angle 1 and this is angle 2. Okay, so these things are given. Now let us see its proof. Now to prove, so I can directly note down PL equal to NQ and this SN is equal to PQ plus NQ. Now first thing that we have to prove, PL equal to NQ. See, PL is equal to NQ. So if I take these two triangles, PML and NMQ, because I need to prove these two triangles congruent, so I have to take, because I have to prove this NQ equal to PL, I have to take these two triangles. Now these two triangles gives me actually all three things. First thing, that for a while I am taking this angle 2. Okay, these two angles are equal, vertically opposite, isn't it? Also this is given PQ equal to PM, PQ equal to MQ or QM, whatever you say, because midpoint, and see it's a square, so this is 90 degree. It's a square, so as this is 90, so this will also 90. Okay, so we can say these two triangles congruent, so I can say PL equal to NQ. So we'll start with this. In triangle PML, in triangle PML and triangle QMN and triangle QMN. Okay, here I wrote 1 equal to 90 degree. So here I can see I am not writing 1 equal to 90 degree. It is little bit confusing. I am writing here 1 equal to 2 over here. Here I can write SM perpendicular LN, that is this SML, angle SML is equal to angle SMN is equal to 90 degree. Here I am writing complete names, and here I took angle 1 equal to 2. So in triangle PML and QMN, first of all angle 1 is equal to angle 2, so vertically opposite angles. Then PM equal to MQ, PM is equal to MQ, that is given. Now I can write angle Q, MQN, angle MPL, angle MPL is equal to angle MQN, angle MQN, reason each 90 degree. Okay, each 90 degree. So therefore I can say triangle PML is congruent to triangle QMN by angle side angle. Okay, angle side angle, yes, this angle, this side and angle side angle. One thing more that I took incorrect, that here it should be angle 2 and here it should be angle 1 according to diagram. PML and this one, MQ PML. Okay, so angle side angles, triangles are congruent, so I can say PL, therefore I can say PL is equal to QN. Let it be 1. Okay, so here reason is CPCT. CPCT is the reason. Also I can add, this is hence proved first one. Okay, this I am taking this, hence proved first one. Okay, now I need to prove this Sn equal to PQ. Okay, now this Sn is equal to PQ. If I say Sn equal to PQ, is PQ plus NQ. See, PQ is equal to, is this PQ equal to SP? So if I replace this PQ by SP for a while, so actually I have to prove this Sn is equal to SP plus NQ. Now NQ is PL, so if I replace this NQ by PL, so actually I have to prove this Sn is equal to this SP plus PL, or indirectly I have to prove this Sn is equal to this SL. So actually I need to prove these two triangles congruent. So first I prove this Sn equal to SL, then at the place of SL I do write SP plus PL, then SP I replace by PQ and PL I will replace by NQ, so I will get my result. So now I'll take two triangles. Which two triangles? SNM. Now in triangle, now in triangle SNM and triangle SLM, these two triangles. Okay, now how I can say these are congruent? See, first of all, this is common side and this angle is 90 degree, as it is given, it is perpendicular this. Now this side is common, this 90 degree. Now we need MN equal to ML, that we can say by CPCT when I took these two triangles. So here CPCT also I will say also MN, also ML is equal to MN. Okay, let this is one by CPCT. This is the first one by CPCT. Okay, this is equal to MN. ML equal to Mn, that I need to prove these two triangles congruent. So in these two triangles, first I can write Mn is equal to ML from 1. Okay, angle angle SMN is equal to angle SML, I can given each 90 or given, and I can say SM is equal to SM, that is common. Therefore triangle SNM is congruent to triangle SLM. Okay, I hope you are understanding these things. To prove the triangle congruent, always we search for the equal parts. So here we got 3 equal parts. Among these 3 equal parts, one was common, another was these angles are 90 degree, which was given, and this part MN is equal to ML we got over here by proving these two smaller triangles congruent, these two triangles congruent. So here now I can say triangles are congruent by, here triangles are congruent by side angle side, side angle side. As the triangles are congruent, I can write SN is equal to SL by CPCT. Therefore now SL can be written as SP plus PL, SP plus PL, SP plus PL, P plus PL. Therefore this SN is equal to, now SP can be written as PQ, all sides are equal, and PL can be written as NQ. So hence prove. Here reason you have to write SP equal to PQ given and PL is equal to NQ from PL equal to NQ. Okay, so here better to take 1 and here better to take 2. So I'm changing over here from 2 from 1. Okay, as I need this result or PL equal to NQ, so hence proved. So please note it down. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, now next question is from exercise 9.3, question number 1. Exercise 9.3, question number 1, page number 407. Page number 407, exercise 9.3, question number 1. In the given figure, AD equal to CB, AD is equal to CB, comma, AB is equal to CD, and EF bisects, BD at G. BD at G. Prove that G is the midpoint of EF. Okay, so here diagram is given. Let us draw the diagram. Okay, here it is given ABCD, AD equal to CB, AB equal to CD. So actually this is a parallelogram because both pair of opposite sides are equal. Now EF bisects DB. Okay, EF bisects BD at G. So this is EF. Prove that G is the midpoint of EF. That means actually we have to prove EG equal to FG. FG equal to GE. That we have to prove. So let us see. Here it is given in the figure. In the figure it is given AD is equal to CB, AB is equal to CD. Also it is given EF bisects BD at G. Also it is given DG is equal to GB. Okay, EF bisects BD, that means DG equal to GB. To prove G is midpoint of EF. G is midpoint of EF. That means we have to prove FG is equal to GE. Okay, that we have to prove. Let us see how to prove it. Okay, this is equal, this is vertically opposite angle. Now we need one more part. Okay, so there are so many ways to do this. See, first of all we can say as AD equal to CB and DC equal to AB, so it's a parallelogram. It means DC is parallel to AB, so angle 1 equal to angle 2. These two angles will be equal by alternate interior angles. So angle side angles we can say, so triangles are congruent. This is the one way. Okay, side we cannot use side because we need to prove one side. So let us see. In quadrilateral ABCD, AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to CD. Therefore quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Here you can write a reason. If both pairs of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then it's a parallelogram. Then it's a parallelogram. So using this I can write this parallelogram. Okay, therefore I can say CD parallel AB, and therefore I can say angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Therefore angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Here reason opposite sides of parallelogram are parallel. Here reason alternate interior angles. Let this be 1. Now in triangle DGE, and triangle BGF and triangle BGF. Okay, in these two triangles I can write angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Okay, angle 1 is equal to angle 2 from 1. Okay, angle 3 is equal to angle 4, or before that DG equal to GB. DG is equal to GB, that is given, and angle 3 is equal to angle 4, that is vertically opposite angles. I'm continuing over here. Therefore I can say triangle DGE is congruent to triangle, therefore triangle DGE is congruent to triangle BGF by angle side angle, and hence I can say FG GE is equal to FG by CPCT, hence proof. So please note it down. Okay friends, so that is all about today's lecture. Now in next lecture we'll continue the questions from this exercise and the examples after that exercise. Till then, bye, thank you, take care, stay at home.